Well, it's giving her. There's just lightning there. I don't know if you saw it or not. A little bit of hail, a thunderstorm, a severe thunderstorm warning for the area, and I'm wearing my skimpiest top. I'm wearing this like tank top, and I don't have a hoodie or anything, and I've already had to be out in the rain like twice, and I got 2 more times to go. So that's fun. I should always leave a hoodie or something in here. I'm really glad I got that ride in today. I'm sure you'll see some footage of it, or you already have, because the order that I recorded things for the vlog. Because yeah, with this going on, now it lightened up a bit, but still, I don't really know if I'd be able to ride a trail on Sunday or not. So yeah, cool beans. Dingers, just dingers. Unfortunately, we're headed for dark skies, so looks like it's gonna be worse at home. And of course, it was so hot today, and it was projected to be hot, so I left the windows open. Hell yeah! So every once in a while for the past year, Randy and I have smelt like a weird little, like, weird. I was trying to say weed and weird at the same time. A little weed smell in her vehicle. It was just like, why is that? Why do you smell that? Like, what is that? What's going on there? It's like kind of faint, but it's also like there's never been the weeds in there. The laser lettuce, the devil's cabbage, cannabis. There's never been any in there. So it was like, well, not with her as the owner. So we're like, well, it's like something coming through the vents, like, or is it when it gets hot? Like, what is it? Like, why is this happening? And we realized, like, it really only happens, you know, hot days and stuff like that. So we thought something, I don't know, previous owners, I don't know, it was cleaned, it was detailed before she got the vehicle. It was rare. But I made a realization. Yesterday that it was me. That, more specifically, it's Tom's Northwoods deodorant. I started using Tom's about a year ago for deodorant. There's 2 different kinds that I use for Tom's. There's this Northwoods one, and there's one with a blue like descriptor label there. I don't remember what it's called or what the scent is. I kind of just go back and forth between both. I like both of them equally. It smells delicious. Smells like Northwoods. Whatever that means, I don't know. It just smells good. Until I really start sweating. And then it's like a faint, skunky, weedalicious smell. And the only reason I noticed that it was finally me yesterday was because I put it on, whatever, it was like only 2 hours later after I put it on, and I went for like a bike ride, like a sick ride, like it was 12-something kilometers, but it was just like, I just linked a whole bunch of trails. Like I did some climbs, I did like link a whole bunch of trails, I just like didn't stop for like an hour straight, and it was sick. Yeah, it was a really good ride, and I came back very sweaty, and my deodorant was working overtime. And then I was like, oh man, why does it smell like that? And I was like, I don't know, in Bike Alt Gardens, maybe someone's smoking the dope. And I was just like, I don't know, like, and I just realized, like, well, then I smelt it, you know, in the car, and then I smelt it when I got to the studio, and I was like, it's me. And then and it was totally my underarm charm. It is this. So if you ever want to smell like the weeds without smoking the weeds, just use this. Why you would want that, I don't know. But I'm gonna switch just to the blue stuff and see if that does the same thing. If it's Tom's formula in general, or if it's specifically the Northwood scent, I'll keep you updated. So, I'm headed for another new trail. New to me, I should say. I'm headed to a trail I have not ridden before, which is the Muff. It is short and sweet. I believe it is the top-rated trail we have in Lethbridge via Trail Forks. So, and I'm going to be climbing this on the way back, which I've always wanted to do just because. It doesn't seem like a difficult climb, just a long one. I've just never had a reason to really do it. Anyway, yeah. It's kind of a gamble. It rained 2 days ago, and it really gave her. But it didn't rain very long. It rained really heavy though. It just came down in thunderstorms, and like we had like a severe thunderstorm warning and watch and whatever. That was 2 days ago though, so more like a day and a half ago. The thing about the muff, I have walked it one time, just went on a quick little walk of it just to see what it was like, and I was like, oh, now I understand why it's so, like, people love it. But it's like it's almost covered. It's like a tunnel with like trees over top and to the side of you, and then, you know, dirt. So as the base. Now the thing is about tree covered trails that I find is that, you know, prevents a lot of water from getting on the trail when it rains. However, if it's soaked, it also takes way longer to dry because you've got tree cover and the sun isn't getting on there as much as if it were out on the open, just like an open trail with no tree cover. So it'll be a bit of a gamble today. Yeah, I brought the pads just in case I get wrecked, but I think I should be okay on that trail. I'm just kind of doing that with every trail now that that's new to me, is ride with the pads, and like there's some where now I can use discretion enough that I'm just like, that's the thing, I used to ride every single trail without any pads, and you know, I took a couple spills, and you know, one that was bad enough where I, you know, did nerve damage to my, I don't remember what it's called now, sorry Vanesti, whatever, it was like my funny bone area, and it like my whole, from my elbow down to my fingertips, like especially two specific fingers were more numb than others, and it was a bad time. So since then I went and bought some pads, and I wear them depending on the trail. The other thing that's annoying is that my bike is not in good condition right now. It won't shift from 2 to 1 for me when I'm climbing, even on a slight incline, it just won't. So a day like today, where I've got more time to ride, I would rather go into like the 6-mile trail system and really get a longer ride in on some trails, but that trail system demands more climbing and me getting into 2 to 1 on the trail, not just the climb back up to the city. Therefore, yeah, that's why I'm doing this. We'll give this a shot. Another thing that's annoying, which is my fault, is that I did a sick ride the other day from the studio where I just linked a bunch of trails and just rode for like 57 minutes straight and just like didn't really stop at all. My knees are still feeling it a little bit. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this video where I needed to get a chest cam video of Lost Soul Ultra anyway. And I was like, this will be perfect, a perfect opportunity to do that and just show it. Like, I'll have 2 different videos, one of just Lost Soul Ultra, one linking all these trails. And again, I angled my chest cam just wrong. Like, I look back at the footage, and you'll see some of the footage, or you already would have if you're at this point in the vlog, but it was just like, oh, devastating. I was like, man, it's just a bad angle, so I'm not going to use that for full videos, which means I'm going to have to do that whole run again, which I'm not disappointed about, sometime this week probably, and get some more trail footage up. It's been interesting. People have been finding the videos more this summer than last summer. You know, last summer there were some folks, or there was one at least, person who saw me in person and like flagged me down when we were both riding bikes on the street, told me they saw the videos, and I've had a couple people contact me online, you know, and some people I've seen in person that were like, oh, I've seen the videos. I don't know, it's just nice. And some people said like they are discovering trails through the videos. That is the main goal. Initially, when I started recording the raw rides and stuff, it was because like, oh, it's just beautiful. Like, because originally it was like 6 mile and stuff. I was like, this is beautiful. I want to share this with my family. Like, people that aren't in Lethbridge, that don't get to see this stuff, is amazing, like coolies. And then also I realized, like, you know what? The other reason I should record these is because, like, like when I first started mountain biking, I did not get very useful information at first, and I didn't know trail forks existed. So I was like, where do I find, you know, and then when I did find trail forks, I was like, well, green, blue, you know, different difficulty levels, whatever. So I started recording them. People can look at those, and then, you know, you can look at that before you go out if you're going to go on trail for the first time and you're a beginner, and there you go. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go find the muff and hit that up and see what happens. So, wanted to take a quick minute to talk about, man, I don't know how to word this, how to talk about being a fat mountain biker or something? I don't know. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was thinking about how much I have improved over the past year. or just this season even, and just like things that I'm focusing on and what I can tell is getting better. And just also the fact that things that are not getting better that are unrelated to mountain biking, but are just physical things like, hey, I eat just as much crap. So I have not noticed any weight loss. I have noticed more muscle, but I mean, I have so much muscle under this fat. Like, I have not noticed any weight loss at all. My clothes feel like they fit exactly the same. I weigh the same that I have for the past couple of years, which is about 300 pounds, which is cool. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of improvements with mountain biking, like with climbing, whatever else. And again, fitness is like a byproduct of why I mountain bike. Physical fitness anyway is like a byproduct of that. Like, I know that my cardio has improved, obviously my heart has improved. So I mean, that's a good health benefit. And also, like, just my leg muscles, many of them are much stronger, and I can feel muscle growth there over just even the past few months, because I've been fortunate enough to ride my bike more the past few months. And so, like, yeah, I don't know, it's just this thing where it's like, without the whole thing, without the dietary changes, you know, me being really physically active on my bike isn't going to change a lot in my outward appearance, but I'm happy with the progress that I've made. And again, this is just one of those things that a testament to the sport itself, that, I mean, the things that I do, I didn't think that I'd ever be doing. You know, it's only been about 2 years-ish that I've been on the mountain bike, and it's just like made a world of difference in my life with mental health, but also just like a fun hobby activity that does get me outside in the, I mean, these are all things that affect my mental health and like are benefits, and like obviously there's physical benefits too. Even if, you know, I'm still eating like garbage, at least I know that I am more physically fit. Like the climbing that I can do now versus even a couple months ago versus last year or before then, like there is more happening here with fitness and cardio and my heart and stuff and being healthier. But yeah, just the beautiful places that I get to see, the things that I get to do, that mountain biking has afforded me. And yeah, I don't know, I'm about to go for a ride right now. Yeah, I don't know, I just want to talk about it quick because I was just like, man, like, it's one of those things that I would never, I don't know, it's something that I got into very slowly, and like, I'm not a very reckless person, and I never thought I would be into a sport. I mean, I don't know, I just never thought I'd be into something that was like putting me on the edges of cliffs and like potentially dangerous, or I guess they're dangerous situations, period, with potential huge health risks and like just getting wrecked and doing damage to myself. And like, I don't know, it's just something that comes with it when you push it to a certain degree. And I'm by no means an extreme mountain biker. But I mean, just with the trails that we have here and the stuff we're doing, I've gotten confident in doing a lot of things, and I keep pushing it, and I've found a lot of improvement in, you know, my handling ability, my speed, the risks I'm willing to take, just accuracy in that, and it's just so much fun. Anyway, but it's one of those things, again, where I'm like, I'm so happy that I wasn't really that intimidated to do that. I just loved biking. And then, you know, with influence from a friend like Alex Vanesti, who also has a channel where he puts on way gnarlier rides than I do. Maybe I'll throw a link right here for that. He's out in BC and he's done a lot of rides there, and he's killing it. But yeah, just influence from him and just like some guidance from him too. And I don't know, I just loved being on a bike before and just riding a BMX around Saskatoon and stuff, and it was just fun. And like, I just loved it, but I don't know, for some reason, it just wasn't much of a leap to be like, you know what, I'm going to start mountain biking. I don't know why, it just kind of, just the push was there, and then I asked some questions, and then I had the financial means. When I was working full-time as a teacher for that full year, towards the end of it, you know, I'd saved up some money, and I had the financial means to actually do that. I understand that that's not, you know, something that's afforded to many people that don't have that privilege. But I mean, I had the privilege at the time, and I haven't had that for a while now. But I don't know, I'm just like really thankful for the sport of mountain biking, and that I was able to like find it and take part in it and have help along the way, either from great shops or from people giving me tips, whatever, you know, people that talk to me about mountain biking, and they're like, hey, I saw your videos, and like, it got me going on trails. And I'm like, holy crap, that's one of the main goals of putting those out there, is that people know that there's trails in Lethbridge, where they are, kind of what they're like, the ability level of them, that just get to be able to take a look at them, and I don't know, I just love it. And again, like, it's something that if you start slow, I mean, like, size isn't gonna be the biggest factor here. Like, I feel like a tank sometimes, because only these huge climbs back up to the city and from the coulees, like, I just do my best to not stop. And I mean, this year I haven't had a climb yet where I've had to get off my bike. I mean, climbing back up to the city. But sometimes it's a slow grind. Like, I am carrying 300 pounds and the weight of my bike up this hill, whereas someone else is carrying half that, because they weigh half that amount. So they're able to do that in a much better time. But that doesn't, I don't know, it's, despite the fact that I have Strava and I can compare to, like, other people on certain segments and stuff, that's not the game I'm playing. Like, I like to just kind of know where I'm at with myself. Anyway, I'm going to quit rambling about mountain biking and being a really big guy on a mountain bike. But that is just kind of to say that this is a sport, really, I believe, for everyone. I mean, obviously you have to be somewhat physically able to a degree, but I mean, there's even people that are, you know, paraplegics, or that have their legs paralyzed, that have special bikes made for them. There's e-bikes. There's a lot of different things. It's just about starting out slow, and I don't know. I'm just happy to be out here and to be able to go on trails. It's plus 32 right now. I'm not too happy about that, but whatever. Ooh, hi. Thank you. Well, I'm on Highway 3 and I'm about to go exploring. This is usually how I would get to Elizabeth Wetlands, and we're gonna take the same entrance. We're gonna take a sharp left turn and go exploring on a trail that's unlisted and that I've never been on before. So here's where I talk about that sharp left turn. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, that's nice. Guess not. Okay. River access, this looks promising. That looks less promising. But I don't think there's really much there to see. So what's the point in that? Just takes us to the beach here. I'm gonna keep exploring, but I don't really think there's any trails to be had in this area. And I've always wondered about this camping area. when I've been driving on Highway 3, so now I know, or I soon will once I give it a little more thorough investigation. Whoa, I didn't know that was there. All right, that's something. All right. Live by my own rules. Why not? Just crack a brew and ride your lawnmower around. Well, turns out this tiny little trail is just kind of connecting the campgrounds over there to the Elizabeth wetlands, so it's pretty short and not very noteworthy. Well, since I'm in exploring mode, there is another trail somewhere over here that I've never gone on. So let's hit that up and see what happens. Muddy, wet. Oof. Well, I can tell you, I like the other one much better already. This is not very fun. Oh, there's some hope. When exploring new trails, I find it's a good mix of going down the path less traveled with balancing that with the trail most traveled. Whatever one looks like it's been on a lot, or has, whatever one looks like it's had a lot of traffic. See, like here. Where do I go? I guess I'm going this way. Let's see. Anyway, as I was saying, whatever one seems to have had most traffic is usually for a reason. Probably because it's a better trail. And also, it's better for you generally if it's had more traffic, because there'll be less debris and other things. Yeah. So just kind of a balance of both things. Oh man, that's a gorgeous photo right there. That is, I have to stop for this one. I'm exploring mode anyway. I'm not here to rip. Man, look at that. Yeah, had to stop for that. I find that I don't, I mean, I've said this before, but worth saying again sometimes, I don't take many pictures while I'm on trails anymore, because I'm usually just, for the most part, riding, well, I don't know, I'm doing more of it, but if I've ridden a trail a bunch and I know it, there's less reason for me to stop for two reasons. One, there's nothing so incredibly gorgeous that I haven't already taken a photo of, and the more I do certain trails, the more I get used to them, the more fit I am, there's less reason to stop. Like, I don't need to stop because I can't, you know, do a climb or something. And those were opportunities I took to take pictures a lot of the time. Well, you know what, I can't really finish this climb. Let me just take a picture right here because it's gorgeous and I'm stopped anyway. But because I am better at trail riding than I used to be. I don't take as many photos. Cool story, John. I'm really enjoying my day right now. Well, I have a feeling this is just going to take me right to the water, but let's continue on here. Oh, all right. That's a thing. Huh. This goes down that way. That doesn't look too promising, so let's head back here. Oh. Ooh. Careful now. That was luck that I just didn't wreck myself there. Oh, I don't know where to go. Okay, let's go this way. Let's just head back to known territory.
Thank you for calling Best Buy. This location is currently open, but we have temporarily changed the hours and are limiting the number of people allowed in the store. Our team is working hard to ensure the safety of our customers and employees, therefore are unable to answer phone calls at this time. Please check bestbuy.ca for the...
So, in order to ensure safety of people, you'd think you'd want less people in the store, and I'm sure less people would have to go into the store if they could call, and someone would answer, and you could answer questions over the phone rather than in person, like if you have a certain product in stock or not, which it was about to tell me to do on the online store, but that doesn't work because I tried it yesterday. So cool, nice logic, Best Buy. So, really quick outro. I posted 3 raw rides this week. 1 or 2 of them are really short. One I'd never done before, which is the Muff, which is way shorter than I thought it was going to be. I didn't do the end of it because I chickened out, but you'll understand why if you watch it. It's really quick. And then I did Little Teapot, which is a trail that I put on Trail Forks that was already there, but I mean I just got it listed. And it's the little short connector that goes over to Double Bogey, and it's like a super green trail. It's really not difficult, and still at the very end somehow I managed to drive right into a hole and fall over. So that's cool. But the third raw ride that I put up is the one that I'm really, really stoked on and super happy with. The other 2 were just kind of like, oh, okay, here's this and whatever. But I got a good chest cam angle finally after 3 tries of Lost Soul Ultra. And it was also my best ride of Lost Soul Ultra that I've ever had. So I look forward to that because the chest cam videos are just way better at showing the action of the trail, not so much of the scenery, but much of this is the trail, this is actually what it feels like, whereas the head cam or the helmet cam just doesn't get as much of the action and the speed and the closeness of the trail and stuff as the chesty does. Anyway, so those are there, and then I did a conversation that I had to record 3 times because my GoPro kept screwing up, and that was on letting opportunities for failure be present, letting yourself or others have opportunity for failure so that they have opportunities to learn. I made some really sick realizations when I did that video the first time, and then I recorded it a second time already knowing where I was going to end up, and I already talked about this in the vlog, so whatever. Anyway, so those are there besides the vlog, and yeah, with that, we're going to see you on another time.